What it is, it's your man and I back for another episode of the 90s within I. Giving you all the things that you forgot, because let's be honest, at this age, we be forgetting stuff. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects, two-hit wonders. Now we've already talked about the one-hit wonders, but there's been some tremendous artists that have had two hits. Like they didn't have three or four, but they had at least two. They can't be called a one-hit wonder if you had two hits. So we're gonna go over some of my opinion of some of the best two-hit wonders of the 90s. First up, the dynamic duo. I'm talking about Conscious Daughters. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Conscious Daughters, when that funky Expedition beat, when it came on, I didn't even know what a funky expedition was. I wanted to go on one after I listened. I was like, a funky expedition, that sounds nice to me. Let me do a funky expedition. Conscious Daughters would had me really convinced they was getting ready to beat somebody up. They some solid females. They look like they would get ready to get a hold of you and get to wrestling with you or something like that. I ain't messing with Conscious Daughters. Man, the funky expedition was crazy. Then they came out and then they had the next one. We roll deep.
We rolling deeper, yeah, we rolling deeper. You know we rolling deeper than most, nigga.
Man, the acting was crazy too. When I never understand how they didn't get into acting. When she rolled up on her and then she was beefing with the other person in the other car and she came up and she was cussing the other place. She was going, man, the acting was superb. Good big shout out to the Conscious Daughters. Man, they went crazy. One of the best two-hit wonders. Next up, another female rapper, Boss. Now, Boss went crazy. Now, there was like a little bit of a controversy because, she came out there being on some real gangster stuff, said some real gangster lines. Come to find out, she wasn't really from the streets. She wasn't really shooting at people. She wasn't really selling a lot of drugs. But I don't know if she was really hiding it. If you listen to the album, in the beginning of the album, she got her mom leaving a message and the mom's on the message I put you in private school and I did all of these things for you.
I did not spend out all of my money on you for that gangster stuff.
And then they came out that she was from Baldwin Hills, which is a black suburb, Beverly Hills area, Baldwin Hills. So once again, she never really, denied it. She said in the song she's trying to get to Watts, but she's stuck in Baldwin Hills.
I'm trying to get to Watts, but I'm stuck in Baldwin Hills.
The first joint that she had was called Deeper. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Underneath them lokes and that Carhartt and that Scully, Boss looked like she had some soft skin. I used to have a little crush on Boss. I was like, give me a gangster chick, because she looked like she was butter soft underneath that Carhartt. But that was just my opinion. But she had the first single, Deeper, and then she came back and flipped it up with her second hit, Recipe for a Hoe. The wordplay was crazy. She had some of the best wordplays for a female, especially a West Coast rapper at the time. Still, she took off she had her prayer pressed out. She was looking real good with the lokes. Rest in peace goes out to Boss. She died in 2024 of kidney failure. So big shout out to Boss, my childhood gangster crush. The next one of my favorites to talk about this, I be acting like I be knowing some stuff, but big shout out to Domino. Domino, a two-hit wonder, but he might have even had a three-hit wonder because people don't know this. And back in the day, we didn't have social media, we didn't have internet. I couldn't go up and look up and verify this information. But I always had a suspicion that Domino and Genuine Draft from the Bloods and Crips were the same person. If you remember, when the Bloods and Crips came out, their first song, Banging on Wax, he was the first rapper on the intro song to Banging on Wax. And I always had a suspicion. I'm like, man, he looked like Genuine Draft, or he looked like Domino, either or. And Domino dropped and he came out with that Sweet Potato Pie. That's the more of a, people love Ghetto Jam, but Sweet Potato Pie was his intro. He came out, he had that little sample in there. Oh yeah. Well, he killed that one. It's like this. Then when the internet came out, I looked it up. I wanted to know for myself, and it was the same person. Genuine Draft went and auditioned to be in the Bloods and Crips. Domino went and auditioned to be on the Bloods and Crips album. And he was picked and he was put on the Bloods and Crips album. And then after he was on the Bloods and Crips album, he was signed to his own solo record deal. And then that's when he took off with Sweet Potato Pie, and then he came back with Ghetto Jam. Now, Ghetto Jam is a ghetto classic.
The Ghetto Jam is about to slam with some love from the ding.
You would think that it's a one-hit wonder because that's the main song that people think about is Ghetto Jam. But no, trust me. Sweet Potato Pie and Ghetto Jam, both bangers. Domino was one of the best 2-hit wonders, but he could have been a 3-hit wonder if you include Bloods and Crips. Another one, now this is a very underrated one, the Whitehead Brothers. If y'all remember the Whitehead Brothers, they had a song, it's called They Don't Wanna Be a G.
They don't wanna be a G no more. Ooh, yeah.
They in the song, I don't wanna be a G no more. All for a female. I always thought it was some sucker stuff. Like you getting money, you doing your thing, and I'm gonna give it all up because my girl ain't gonna be with me. Like, y'all just both gonna be broke? Like what's going on here? Like the mathematics wasn't mathematicking. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, so they came out and said they don't wanna be a G no more. Then their next single was Your Love is a 187.
Your love is a 187. Taking me to heaven.
The Whitehead Brothers was really on some gangster stuff. They don't want to be a G no more because they love the love that they getting is a 187. I never really got that part either. Like, the love just killed you. So you done gave up all the money and now the love done killed you. But big shout out to the Whitehead Brothers, good songwriters, and they did their thing. One of the best underrated 2-hit wonders from the 90s. Another 2-hit wonder, Paperboy. Big shout out to Paperboy. Both his 2-hit wonders was one of my favorite songs. He came out with Diddy first. Now I'm talking about no Diddy. I'm not talking about Diddy. He's talking about doing the Diddy. Which now, I don't know, like in 2025, 2026, we thinking about, like, hold on, we doing the Diddy. Don't do the Diddy if you... I ain't even gonna say it, but you do the Diddy if you want to. Then he followed it up. Now, I never even bought the whole Paperboy album. I bought the singles. You would go to the store and buy one song on the tape, and it will have the song, it'll have the instrumental, and maybe, if you're lucky, it'll have a remix on it. So if you remember Paperboy, he came out, he had the 2-hit wonders, one of my favorite 2-hit wonders, Diddy and Bumpin'. That was his next single, was Bumpin'. He said, Paperboy be bumpin'. But I'm still tripping. He named it Diddy. Alright, that's what it is. Another episode of the 90s within what was your favorite 2-hit wonders? We did the 1-hit wonders. Go check out the 1-hit wonders. But what was your favorite 2-hit wonders? They had that one, and then they followed it up with the next one, and then they fell off the earth. You never heard from them again. 2 hits, that was all they got. 2 hits. The best 2-hit wonders. It's the 90s within Remember this?